Manly with just one win in 6 attempts against Parramatta at this venue. And the kickoff goes the other way. Short side play for Trbojevic. Quick hands. Kohler. Hopewadi in the corner. Oh, that was so silky from the centre.
That combination's building on this left side. Kohler and Hopewadi. This will show it. Harley just a little bit, a metre off in the catch and pass. And they're in, Manly.
Oh, lovely passing right through Luca Moretti, taking on Trbojevic, and can't get it on the outside. Brown helps out at dummy half. Manly trying to get back into position. Short side, good option. Addo-Carr inventive. Complains about Saab tackling him after putting the kick in, does he? A little glance to the outside men. Walker chases. And 6 more. They kick anyway. Papali's eyes lighting up. What about that pass? Samrani! And he's cartwheeled out of play, is he?
6 more.
They're going to celebrate a try. He got it down somewhere in that journey.
Lovely work here by Papali. Knows Samrani's coming around. Samrani, what's this? Over the back of his head. Puts his head down. Gee whiz. Yep, got it there.
Oh, good save.
Oh, Walker straight through after the dummy. Looking for support. He's seen Iyongi, and here comes the halfback, Hawkins. Oh, what a pass! Papali on debut. Oh, the footwork. Parramatta go back to back. That is sensational. And he's an energy guy, Joash Papali. Brooks and Trbojevic cooking something up on the left here. Here they go. Turbo, Kohler. Oh, Hopewadi, it's oh so easy. Untouched this time. Parramatta are inside the Westpac red zone. Back to Barlow. Hawkins. Oh, beautiful. Williams running a great line. And Parramatta regain their lead.
Well, it's just constant ball movement. I said once they get one, they'll get 2 or 3.
Clinging on was Garrick. They're inside the Westpac red zone again. Walker and they're ball playing lock roll once more. Iyongi throws the dummy. Iyongi explosive. He's so good to watch, this young kid.
He's got some zip.
Well, it's the second time Luke Brooks has been flat-footed and found himself winding, just slides down the pole there. And Iyongi, brilliant young player.
Oh, look at that pinballing around. Who wants it? Iyongi for Hopgood. And Parramatta score a most unlikely try. It was ugly, but Eels fans love it.
That is rubbish. That is absolute rubbish from you, Jazz.
And the penalty attempt is right through. Oh, Brown! It's nailed. What about that energy defensively? Brooks digs in a little. Waddell. They cut out Turbo. Now he's involved off the offload. We'll flick back to Simpkin. Inside the 20 he goes. Dragged down by the milestone man. What an effort from Barlow. Arthur now. Parramatta looking to keep Manly to 10. Tavanga gets another kick away. And he'll get us another set. Brooks for Waddell.
Great.
Siren will sound. Listen to the roar at Combank Stadium. It's a big win for Parramatta, their 4th of the campaign, and they're starting to believe.
Very, very impressive. All aspects of their game, really impressive. Done a good job, the coach.
Jace, is that your best performance as a Parramatta coach from your side, considering who you're missing as well?
Yeah, it was like I was up there so far. It's only the beginning, but yeah, like we've been building towards that. Like last week, I probably, like whilst we got the result, we probably played better the couple of weeks before that. But then tonight, without Junior and Without Mitchell and Zach and those guys, we had a few other guys missing as well. It's just pleasing to see that the little improvements that we've been working on every week are starting to come through. We've been really consistent with our training, and it's been fast and intense, and we work on our detail, and it's just good to see the boys go out and execute it for 80 minutes. So I'm just really pleased for them.
And to do it for junior in a big game as well.
Yeah, with Junior, he epitomises everything we want our club to be. He's selfless, he's caring, he's tough, he plays injured, he does whatever. He's a family man like that. That's what we want our footy club to be, and that's what we're working towards. And he's a bit of an architect of that at the moment. It was just good to, on a big night, big occasion for him and his family, to, for everyone to execute the way they did. So yeah, it's respect to Junior.
You mentioned not having Mitch. What did you make of Dean Hawkins coming back in tonight? 4 try assists tonight.
Did he? Yeah, wow, good.
That's footy Dean, mate.
That's footy Dean. Yeah, God love him. He's come in, and we've actually got a bit of a foundation of our game style there, where early in the year he came in and we were sort of working on that. So after Mitchell's been in and we've sort of bedded down a few things and the roles are a bit clearer, it was just good to give him another opportunity to come in that situation. So yeah, again, he does all the little things really well. He works really hard in his game, and it's good to see him get the what's the word, Junior? Get the rewards. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, get the rewards tonight. So out on the field, so it was good. Chocolates. Yeah.
What about the forwards, Jason? You're actually really pleased with how they're coming along. Kidione, especially. I think 4 forwards made breaks in the first half. Jermaine scores in the second half. They really seemed to go after Manly's middle and just kept pounding them tonight. No, again, that's the sort of type of footy that we're building and we're building towards. It's all around our strengths. So the way we play tries to bring the strengths out of each of our individuals in the team. So and on the back of that, they need to do what they need to do. Well, obviously not the line breaks, but they need to lay the foundation for us. So they did a great job tonight, and again, they got the reward for it because we were able to stay in that cycle and go set for set. And what can you tell us about Joash Papali?
Tell you about him?
What do we need to know? Like, late inclusion comes on after a minute and
that's Joash, isn't it? He's a really hard worker. That's the first thing. He's really talented. He's fast. He's really skillful, and he got his opportunity through just sheer persistence. So he's been 18th man probably 7 or 8 times, and I think I said it before the game, but he. When you look at if we score a try in the background, he's cheering and jumping around like he's just a real team first kid. So again, just another player that we've given an opportunity to. He's worked his backside off in pre-season and he's finally got it. Obviously got 78 minutes out, which wasn't the plan, but he was able to get in there and do his job and execute for the team.
What about he and Rani, 2 guys you picked up from the Dogs, like them come on together? They've 7 games between them, defend on that edge. They get caught a couple of times by Turbo, but then he comes up with that try saver. And again, we were I was prepared in my mind. I didn't say it, but I was prepared in my mind. I could have got a bit hairy there at times, but again, Geordie's really detailed in his work, and he's one of those kids that needs to know everything that's, to get himself prepared, where Joe just plays, and but he's principally really good, so really good, especially defensively. So I think that's why they were able to handle it, and I think they give him a fair few cracks at it too. And the 2 tries they got were on last play and just in the corner. So obviously we'll go back and look at it and get our lessons from it. And we got away with it. It's good.
Jason, what does it say that, over the first month of the season, it felt like it was taking a fair while for some of those guys just to learn the structures that you'd brought in? Tonight, you take the half back out, and those structures are still work so well, and the players still fit into them so well. What's that say about how far this team has come, even in that short amount of time? Yeah, we've still got a long way to go. But it's just a slow burn. I've been saying it early in the year, and you're probably thinking I'm just holding on to it. Something, but it's the way it is. It's not Supercoach, unfortunately. You can't just pull blokes in and put blokes in. So they've got to actually get in and learn a little bit of a different way of doing things. And
some guys can do it and some guys can't, and we're sort of working through that as well with our roster. And but it's just good the last probably 6 weeks we're starting to see what it looks like on the field, not just at training. So we've had some really consistent training weeks, like pretty much from the start of the year, with our intensity and speed, and now it's starting to transfer. So all part of the process, but it's still got a little bit to go. So yeah.
Junior, you've seen it all, over 250 games, but are you seeing the club on the right path now? Back-to-back wins for the first time this season, as Scott said, to do it without your halfback. You must be really pleased by what you saw tonight.
Yeah, like you said, that's a pleasing thing for us, was building on the back of last week's performance. And although losing the quality of play of Mitch, that's the kind of culture we want to create as the next person that comes in. Screaming Dean done a tremendous job tonight, and that's what you want out of building on top of these structures and systems. You want to create the culture that whoever comes in will still nailing our job and doing our role.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
We talked about it pre-game, just win, loss, just not knowing what's going to happen when your team goes out there.
Yeah, that's 100% right. Like, so good last week against the Cowboys away from home defensively, and grittiness, and really connected. And then tonight we looked the total opposite. But in saying that, I've got to give credit to Parramatta. They played really well, and they did the hard things for really long periods. But it's frustrating because, as I said, just. We were so good last week, so we felt as though we had turned a real corner the last couple of weeks.
Where is it going wrong defensively, especially because there was some pretty nonchalant line breaks there from Parramatta, especially in that first half where they just kind of went straight through? I think obviously Jakey Arthur come off early, so we had our hooker defended at 3-man, and Corey Waddell. Went into edge back rower today for Benny Trebojevic, obviously. So there's probably a little lack of cohesion with a couple of them. But the disappointing thing, it doesn't matter. Like, they're inside shoulder tackles, so that's your golden rule. Defensively, any coach will talk around that. So they poked some holes through us there in the first half. But I thought, we got ourselves back in the second half there when Hopper went over in the corner, but unfortunately put his hand out. So. As I said, Parramatta too good for us tonight. They outplayed us.
What did you make of the attack, Steve? Because, as you said, 2 tries for Hopper, third one disallowed. I know Ches wasn't there, but outside of that didn't really create as many chances as normal.
We lacked cohesion tonight. For whatever reason, we just didn't look like we have been when we've been at our best this year. So, as I said, I've got to give Parramatta credit. They handed over the footy. I think they completed over 90%. So they kept handing over the footy to us in deep yardage, and we just couldn't. We couldn't find a way to get field position. The couple of times we did in the first half, we scored. But ultimately, I was really disappointed because we're just lacking consistency in some parts of our game at the moment.
Tom, did it feel like it lacked cohesion and fluency in attack tonight?
Yeah, a little bit, and probably didn't. We didn't win the field position battle, so it's hard to attack out of our own end. We weren't good enough.
Any injuries? Siwa didn't come back on. I know Jake came back on at the end, but how are those two?
Yeah, Siwa, obviously we missed him, and after he went off, he's got a little calf. I don't know whether it's a strain or. I don't actually know what it is, but he wasn't able to come back on. Jakey Simkin was able to come back on. Jake Arthur was able to come back on. So that were the 3 major injury concerns. But we certainly miss Siwa. He's been, talk about consistency, he's been ultra consistent for us this year.
How does that leave your place with middle, Steve? Like, do you expect Jake Turbo to be back next week? Big game against Brisbane?
Look, I'm not sure. We need to do the right thing by Jake. I think he needs to, see the independent doctor, from what I understand. But we'll look after Jake. We need to look after him. So, look, I don't know that. He's feeling a lot better. He's certainly, he's back exercising and so on. We'll get a check on Josh Alloway. He was pretty close this week, so he's not far away. Toff's he's back from suspension, so Toff potentially would come into consideration. So we'll get some troops back. It was good to have Croaks out there as well. He'll be better for that run. But we just looked disjointed tonight.
So I think you played before both the next 2 Origins as well. So how do you address that and make it not disjointed? when you're missing daily in attack?
Oh, well, yeah, hopefully, as I said, if we get Jake back, we get Josh Holloway back, Tolf simply becomes available. I feel like Croaks will be better for the run tonight. Matt Lodge certainly will be better for the run tonight. So, yeah, and Jakey Arthur, it's his first game since 2023 in first grade. So, look, there'll be some positive things. It's just really hard because we were so good 6 days ago, and so that's probably, why, a little bit frustrated tonight.
And just on Jake, has he passed or, I know you say you're going to go look after him or not, but has he passed? Is he on track to have passed all the protocols?
From what I understand from Dr. Bloomfield, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.